Hello ladies and gentlemen, and thank you for clicking on another one of my videos. Today I'll be discussing Raw reviews. This is going through the month of May, catching up on June episodes. So stick with me through here. We are going through a whole lot of stuff. Starting off with, we've got Paul Heyman confronted Jey Uso after betraying Roman Reigns and teaming up with Seth frickin' Rollins, which I thought was an interesting choice. He also teamed up with Braun Breaker to make this new kind of saga for Raw and for the rest of the WWE Universe. Penta went up against J.D. McDonough from the Judgment Day, and Penta defeated him, so that was really good to see. On this May the 5th match going on, we got to see Sheamus go up against Austin Theory, and Sheamus dominated him. Big Irish gladiator, so that was really cool to see. Then moving on to, we got Becky Lynch and Lyra Valkyrie got into a huge brawl, which has been lasting weeks. Really sad to see these two idol matchmakers. They both have been the Irish heavyweight champions of the world. Lyra Valkyrie grew up watching Becky Lynch, the man, become the character she is. And then, of course, they met again in the ring, this time going head to head. So very interesting that this was just a stalemate this first week on May the 5th. But it just showed where their relationship would go from friendly to confrontational. So very interesting. We got the women's world champion, Iko Sky, went up against Roxanne Perez in a non-title match, and she defeated her. So a very good battle from Iko, proving that the Prodigy is not quite ready for the women's Intercontinental Championship match. She can't quite get the belt just yet, but she is certainly trying. Going on, we got to see Galicia and Roxanne Perez attacked Iko Sky after Iko defeated Roxanne. They went back to the ring and they did their dirty match, which was, of course, to be expected from people from the Elimination and Evolve. Evolve does a lot of SmackDown stuff and, rule breaking. But very interesting to see. We saw Rusev go up against Otis, and he tapped out via submission. We haven't seen Otis in the last couple weeks from New Babes, so that's very interesting. Rusev took him out of Raw, pending his medical clearing, so that's very fascinating to see. Then we got to see Gunther vowed to squish Pat McAfee at WWE Backlash. So this was a while back. Seth Rollins went up against the World Heavyweight Champion Jey Uso via... Seth Rollins defeated World Heavyweight Champion Jey Uso after Gunther had already beat him to take back his belt. So that was very fascinating to see. We did hear Seth Rollins say he was going to do this. And then Logan Paul attacked Jey Uso after Raw concluded backstage. So that was very interesting to see for May the 5th. Going on, let's see, to the next episode, we've got... Okay, we're back. On to our regularly scheduled program. We've got Raw results for May 12th. This was Monday Night Raw on Netflix, guys. the match goes, Jey Uso, CM Punk, and Sami Zayn stood up against Seth Rollins, Braun Breaker, and Paul Heyman, with Jey Uso bringing in a steel chair to the ring. So that was very interesting to see. Going on, we've got Sami Zayn, Jey Uso come to the aid of CM Punk to fend off Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker. Paul Heyman. Going on, Penta went up against Chad Gable and defeated him. So that was a really cool match to see on May the 12th. Then we got to see the Creed brothers go up against the War Raiders. And unfortunately, they did defeat the War Raiders with the help of the New Days in the commentary booth, kind of hackling and distracting the War Raiders. They got those heavyweight champion belts. Gunther vowed to challenge the winner, Jey Uso versus Logan Paul, which I wasn't really sure how that ended up turning out. Becky Lynch left the WWE Universe speechless with her, debut of coming back. Then we got to see Iko Sky and Rhea Ripley defeat Roxanne Perez and Gutia from the Evolved. So it was really cool to see Roxanne Perez and Gutia go against some well-known veterans of Raw. So some new up-and-comers challenging to take the spotlight away from Rhea Ripley and Iko Sky. And they put up a pretty good fight too. So that's very cool. On the 12th, so that was that match. So going out of here, let's see. I want WWE Raw. May 19th was the next episode. So I'll go to their official page. So May 19th, we got to see Logan Paul knocks out Jey Uso after CM Punk and Sami Zayn in a crazy brawl. So that was very interesting. Going into this, we got Logan Paul kicked off Raw by having an intense face-to-face with Gunther. The Maverick received a surprise super kick from the World Heavyweight Champion Jey Uso ahead of their title show on Saturday night's main event, of course. So then we got Finn Balor and JD McDonough were defeated by AJ Styles and Penta. So another really big team up they've done this year, guys. That was great. Bringing back AJ Styles. We got to see Roxanne Perez go up against Becky Lynch and Nyla in a triple threat match, qualifying for Money in the Bank. Roxanne Perez was defeated by Becky Lynch and Nyla. Then Sheamus was taking on Grayson Waller. He took him down, so that was really cool to see Sheamus doing up his action. They've been giving him some more screen time in Raw this year, so that's pretty good. Going on, we see Rhea Ripley and Kairi Sane and Zoe Shark in a triple threat match, qualifying for Money in the Bank. Rhea Ripley was defeated in this match. So then we got to see Jey Uso take on Braun Breaker by disqualification. Of course, not for the heavyweight match because they saved that for Gunther. But Braun Breaker did attack Jey Uso in the match for Seth frickin' Rollins. And then Seth Rollins used Paul Heyman to distract and attack the World Heavyweight Champion Jey Uso from behind. At the end of the match, Rollins and Braun Breaker launched a post-match assault by Jey until Sami Zayn and CM Punk stormed the ring to the event. At the odds, the four superstars brawled in the crowd. Logan Paul reemerged and knocked out the title holder with one lucky punch. So he basically pulled a sucker move on Jey Uso, which that was very interesting to see on May 19th. So let me pull up more page right now. Raw. So did May 19th. It's on to May 26th now. Just should be the last last date of May. Catching up on, CM Punk destroyed Seth Rollins with a GTS after Rollins disqualified for Money in the Bank. So yeah, Seth Rollins, Braun Breaker, Bronson Reed, Paul Heyman outlined their vision for the studio for the new Raw universe, which was interesting, guys. Don't know how a lot of people feel about that, given that, I guess Cena is working for the final boss, and he's also working for Seth frickin' Rollins. We got Penta went up against Chad Gable and Dragon Lee in the triple threat match for qualifying for Money in the Bank. Ladder match, Penta was defeated in this, so that was very interesting to see. Going on, we saw Rusev defeated Akari Tawazani, and Sheamus confronted Rusev in the match, vowing to, go up against him next week. So that was very interesting. Moving on, World Tag Team Champions, the New Days, defeated the Creed Brothers and the War Raiders in a triple tag team match, which was set, I thought, because they'd watched them previously fight in the ring, and then they waited till both the War Raiders and the Creed Brothers weren't expecting it, and the New Days hit them with sneak moves and walked away as the winners. So going on, Jey Uso promised to again tap out Gunther. And Kairi Sane defeated Liv Morgan in the ring, claiming to hurt her shoulder, which we're seeing if she's going to come back, whether or not. It seems like Roxanne Perez has filled in her slot for Judgment Day currently. Then Lyra Valkyrie and Becky Lynch got into a personal war of words. Very interesting, building up this confrontation. Seth Rollins defeated Sami Zayn and Finn Balor in a triple threat match, qualifying him for Money in the Bank ladder match. Then CM Punk tackled Seth Rollins and blasted him with the GTS. So that was very interesting. That was the month of May. For the Raw coverage, guys, be sure to like the video, comment down below what your thoughts are on Raw, where it's going on Netflix currently. Are you watching the other episodes, like SmackDown on Saturdays, Fridays? I have heard about the Contest of Champions, so I'm going to be making a video about that. Other things, be sure to follow me on Instagram, TikTok, and on Threads at Scene Screen Guru for future updates on the channel. But that'll do it for me for tonight. So that's me signing off. Bye bye. Have a good one.